Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I figured I'll kick off the spring season, if you want to call it that, with a state of the collection video. Now, my collection is in a weird place right now where there's pretty much only Seikos and microbrands. So let's start off with some Seikos and the SARB 035, I do believe this is. I always confuse them with the 033 coming up. Brand new. Dasari strap from Strapsco. Video of the different straps I've got from Strapsco down below. Links to many reviews of watches I'm about to show are linked down below. 38mm case, 4R35 movement, not a beautiful movement but a super reliable, and the SARB series are legendary for their wearability, for being dressy, and on a bracelet being sporty. The brother or sibling of the 035 is 033, and there you can really see the polishing and the brushed shrouded lugs, female end links, super comfortable bracelet. Opens and closes perfectly fine. Color mesh date wheel, again 38mm, the exact same case as that one. And SARBs have become my collection in the collection. This year I added the SARB 072. Same case shape, but a rose gold finish, and here you can really see those lugs, those unique lugs. Also brand new strap from Dasari. I haven't moved the hardware yet. The original buckle is a deployant style, but one of the nicer deployant style that I have come across over the years. And finishing off the SARBs, we have the SARB 017 or SARB 17. The Alpinist, the original Alpinist, it differs from the newer Alpinist. The shade of the green is slightly different. It's a different case back, it's the Alpinist case back. And the new one has a Cyclops, and this also have a signed crown, so does all the other SARBs have signed crowns, if that's important for you. Those are 38, this is 39 I think, and the SARBs are funny, the Alpinist is funny because it's one of these watches I don't wear too often, and sometimes think maybe I should get rid of it because I don't wear it so often. Oh yeah, the inner rotating compass bezel, screwing crown, but then I wear it, and it's just so dang comfortable. The bracelet, it's almost like a satin finish. The curvature of the case is beautiful. It's just so comfortable, and unless I really have to, it's not going anywhere. Continuing on with Seikos, let's call this a Seiko chrono alarm. Cheap quartz Seiko, my girlfriend's favorite watch. The wrong bracelet, a really cheap clever one, but she really likes it. She calls it my summer watch. It's out of a battery. I need to swap that. Sapphire crystal, cheap mineral glass. But a watch doesn't have to be expensive and high-end materials to have personality and to be wearable. And finishing off the SARB section, we have my Pogue. I bought it secondhand, of course. This was made 6 or 7 years before I was born. I think it was done in 78 or 79. According to the previous owner, it's the original hands and dial. Could be. I haven't checked it out yet. Case was in really good shape. The crystal had taken a beating. I'm thinking about replacing it, but I haven't decided yet. It has a Swedish day wheel, and it has a fun little unique thing when it comes to switching the date and day. A little push changes the date. A big push changes the day. I haven't seen it on any other watch ever. It's a fun way of doing it. And those are the Seikos. So let's do some micro brands, shall we? Sorry, 42mm, but I can still wear it because it's so compact lug to lug. And I do wear it. It's a nice watch. Moving on to micro brands, shall we? Wayforth Voyager. I did a review of this watch. I really liked it. I had to get it. I'm really bad at this game because I keep buying watches that I review because I really like them. Bracelet, quick release, solid, simple clasp, 41mm. Should be too big for me, but thanks to the dial being so small, I can actually wear it. Mecha quartz movement, but it feels not like a quartz watch. It feels solid like a mechanical or automatic watch. Inner rotating GMT bezel. Best integration of a date that I have ever seen. Look how well it fits in with the hour markers. It's a really nicely made watch, and also look at those lugs. Lyre lugs like a Speedmaster. Really cool. Really well made watch. Really well made watch. Let's go over to my buddy over at Jack Turner watches. Now I have plenty of Jack Turner watches, but these are the ones that are in rotation. Even though this is a bit too big for me. 42mm, 49 I think lug to lug. Celita movement. I think I can pull this one off. This is the maximum size for me. Really cool, unique looking diver, like a Breitling and a tag had a child. Great legibility, great build quality, great sweep from that Swiss made movement. Again, link down below. Moving on, the Jack Turner brand is fun because they developed so much from doing big quartz chronographs to the diver, and then they released the Meridian, an integrated sports watch with some, you could almost see the crazy lume, less than a centimeter thick, 8.7 I think millimeters, something like that. Nice finishing, combination of brushing and polishing on that bracelet. A golden ETA movement. Check out the review, I will talk more about this watch. Screw-in crown signed. A really nice sporty, everyday, almost like a Gada watch. 40mm, compact. Really cool watch. Tapisserie dial. Lovely. Lovely. And speaking of integrated bracelet watches, here we have the Uni Design Model 1. Miyota 9015 movement. Date complication. Look at that dial. It's really cool. It's really nice. I'm recording this in early January. If it ever becomes summer again, this is like the perfect watch to wear. Way before AP released their new square watch, this was released. So if you want to save yourself a lot of money, this is a really cool alternative. Great, legible, well built, interesting. Again, a watch I did a review on and then kept. A watch I was luckily sent by LV over at Banner is the Arvet. I did a review of the PM 2.0 That watch was almost like they had missed the last round of finishing. Quite a sharp case and so on. The finishing on the Arvet is perfect. It's so good. For a watch less than $400, I think they're like $329, something like that. Yeah, it's crazy how well finished this is. And really unique in every way. The black markers are black loomed crown. We have a sandwich dial, good loom. We have a very unique and very comfortable bracelet. We have an NH34 GMT movement. We have a bi-directional GMT bezel with some really nice finishing. Smooth. I had this watch in my pants when I was working. I work in a gym, and I took out my pants out of the locker, forgot it was in the pants. It went flying into the tiles in the change room, and that scratch is all that happened. I thought I'd mess it up. That's all that happened. So a tough little watch as well. 40 millimeters. So let's go over to some Swedish micro brands, shall we? Hajen. I will link to a review of the prototype down below. I'm currently in the recording of the review of this finished product. 38mm case, 39mm bezel, a chunky, fun little diver, a NH36 movement, meaning there's a day and a date complication. Let's move that hour hand. If legibility is a category, then this is the legibility king, isn't it? With those hands, crazy legible. Fun detail is that they do have a Swedish day wheel. Which is really fun. This is blue. They also have a black version, but it's a dark blue. Almost looks black in certain lines, and then the blue pops through. Really nicely finished. This is a sister brand of Seikos, so you can see that this is the Seikos logo on the crown. Their first release. Really, it's supposed to be like a fun, different little watch. And as the micro brands go, a brand that is borderline no longer micro brand, Venetianico. This is the Nerede Tungsteno 39mm. Their Canova bracelet, running a Miyota 9039, so no ghost date on this no date watch. And that bezel, not only does it have some crazy good action, but it's a tungsten bezel insert, so it changes so much depending on the line, from like almost a chrome shiny finishing to almost like a dark gray or black finishing, and together with that blue mother of pearl style dial, it's like 20 different watches depending on how the light catches it. The Canova bracelet is also really comfortable, so it's quite sporty, screw down crown, and yet elegant. And I've worn this with a suit plenty of times. Whenever I'm in a suit, I will say, which is not too often. Heim Legacy SE. You won't see these configurations very often. It's a Heim bracelet. This doesn't belong with this watch. It belongs with previous Legacy, but I managed to get hold of one of the bracelets, and I think it works perfectly with that copper dial. So much personality in that dial. Such great finishing. A swan neck Seagull ST19. Hand wound, beautiful movement. I don't really like display case specs too much, but when the movement is as pretty as a seagull, then it's okay. Hand wound, chronograph, Lots of texture, lots of personality. 39mm. Great watch, and Heim have done some interesting stuff lately with the Viajero and so on. And lastly, my most recently acquired microbrand, my Alato Arvet. Local watch enthusiast Pierre, his first watch, and he hit it out of the park with this one. Again, a watch I didn't know how I would feel about. Met Pierre, talked to him, did a review of the prototype, linked down below. Fell in love with the watch, really liked the guy, and I bought a watch. 38mm case, a Miyota 9039 high beat automatic movement. As well, I think tons and tons of personality in that dial. I will do a review of this shortly. Nice finishing, quick release on the bracelet, micro adjust, a loomed rotor, and the theme of the hands, the indices, the rotor, I will talk about in the review, or in the review of the prototype, linked down below. Let's go with the two piece uniques in my collection. First, what I like to call the world's most expensive Tiger concept. The story of this watch is crazy. I might do a video about it, but I haven't decided yet. Let's see, what is it? This is 38 or 39mm, something like that. Yeah, 38.5. Crazy story behind this watch. Unique bezel insert made by Lars Trafford of Swedmods. But it wears nice, and I like it. And that sapphire crystal is crazy doomed, and I forgot what the movement is called, but it's a cheap Chinese movement, which has caused me a lot of pain. Let's just put it like that. But Tiger Concept are cool watches, homage watches you can pick and choose a bit. So their own bracelet as well. Really, I like it. It's pretty cool. And my only true mod, a combination of AliExpress case and bracelet, Rolex style. Namoki hands, I believe, and I forget where the dial is from. Put together by a friend of mine, because I tried myself and I'm really bad at it. Cool watch, 40mm, NH35 movement. I like it. And as you can see, when I build watches, I like the sword hands. This watch I don't wear very often because it's very small. Melinda Världsmästar Ur on a nice suede strap. I won't get rid of this watch because my girlfriend bought it for me. She went searching for it. I don't really know what kind of hand-wound movement is in it, but it works. Cheap crystal, 35 or 36mm, but a quite long lug to lug, so I can pull it off. It's in the rotation. I don't wear it too often, but I love it because she got it. She got it for me. She stalked an auction and everything. Titan, dual time, that has apparently run out of battery. I didn't know that. Bought to me by a client of mine, or he bought it when he lived in India. He bought it, and then when he heard I collected watches, he gave it to me. So a special watch, not an expensive watch, even though it's quite nice, almost like a Tissot banana style case. It's nice. It's not very expensive, mineral crystal, but I really like it due to the fact that Thomas gave it to me, even though it had a history for him. My two AliExpress watches, both are Saint Martin's 39mm Tiffany dial Explorer Homage, a YN55 movement, which basically is an unbranded Orient F6722 movement, and it works perfectly fine. They have levels of how much these cost depending on case finishing and movements. Sapphire crystal, dome sapphire crystal, and I took a cheaper one, so I don't have the on-the-fly adjustment and so on, which is a bit odd. Again, a nice, if summer ever comes back, the clasp is still nice, wears perfectly on my wrist, the lume is really good, the indexes are a bit small, but they work, and Tiffany blue dials. That's summer for me. My other one I wear more. I want SN0116, right? Fun fruits they call it. Very orange. 39mm. Beautiful beads of rice bracelet. On the fly, adjust on that clasp. Crisp bezel action. This case they use for a lot of their watches, and then they put in different movements and they put in different colors, and they do GMTs and they do Fortina style. Really nicely domed sapphire crystal, a bit cloudy that crystal in some lights, so I don't really know how much attention to AR coating they put into it. The case is quite thin, the case back protrudes a bit more than I would like. I talk about this more in the full review, but all in all, a great, colorful, fun little watch. NH35 with the date down at the 12 o'clock. Where do I put you? Let's put you over here. Winding down now, guys, we have the best value for money watch there is. You can get this for like 20-30 bucks second hand. I think they're like 40-50 brand new. Stopwatch, world timer, alarm function. It will keep time better than any of these watches, apart from maybe that one. And Casio is god tier, and you need to have a Casio in your collection if you're a true collector, don't you? It's fun, and I do wear this actually because it's really nice. There are full metal mod kits. I've been thinking about getting one, but I haven't yet, and maybe it's supposed to be the way it is. And finally, the watch, apart from the one I got from my girlfriend, that is the most important for me. Fairly early in my collecting days, my daughter was born, and I got this Festina from a dealer down in Italy. We became friends. I have reviewed his new watches, the Astra of Metabis, and I bought it when I celebrated birth of my daughter. Value 77.50, so it's a thick boy. You can feel the rotor. It almost makes my hand wobble when I wind it. But I like it. It's really, isn't it nice? I love a diver style chronograph. And this is both a watch I like aesthetically and has sentimental value for me. So, signed crown actually. And a automatic chronograph movement. And there, finally, I'm done. The ideas of this year's collecting, hopefully, is to buy less, but maybe step it up a bit in price class. All of these watches are $500-600 or less. So all of them are affordable. The Pogue might be a bit more expensive, and maybe the Alpinist as well can be hard to find for below like 600-700 maybe. But in general, all of these are affordable watches. My goal with the collection is to have variety in colors and style and matching different outfits and so on. I think I've done a decent job so far. So what do you guys think? What do you think of my collection? What should I add? Is there something I should get rid of? Please comment down below. And thank you all for watching. Those of you who subscribe, thank you so much for subscribing. It's really warms the heart whenever someone subscribes to my channel. So please subscribe. Please stay safe out there. Take care, my friends. And until next time, bye bye.